Hey there, good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you are in this wonderful world of digital assets. I'm going to rant just a little bit. I hope you don't mind. Well, if you do, then you're probably going to just move on with this video. But I want to share with you, it's been a while since I made videos, and it's good reason, guys. Well, actually, there's never a good reason, but I feel it's a good reason. It's just the fact that we're on this new project. It's Diamond Dividends, and it's just been amazing, guys. I think I made the first video after we were communicating with the developers, and we were coming off of a different project, and that project it was amazing. I do want to say this, and this is a little bit of a rant, and it's also a notice to those who are coming in to the decentral application world. And someone that was like me, I was used to looking at Bitcoin programs. I wanted to be able to multiply my cryptocurrency. I'm like many people. I take something small and I want to be able to see it grow big. And here's what I do understand, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of words on the screen. It's just me ranting, me sharing, and hopefully leaving some golden nuggets or some diamonds. In this case, we leave some diamonds as a breadcrumb trail for anyone that's getting into the space. So let me jump right into it. Many people who are like myself, we're looking at ways to be able to leverage, to multiply, to increase what we have. We work hard for from the paycheck that we receive. And when we get on our payday, we're going to take care of our bills. We're going to take care of our families. We're going to do the things that we're supposed to do. But here's the thing. We end up coming to the point where it's just not enough, and we want to be able to stretch and grow. And, I know there's stocks and 401ks and all this other stuff, but, there's nothing more exciting than having real, true passive income. Can I be real? That's what we really want. And a lot of times we dismiss stuff because we've been burned by so much crap. Now, there's some good stuff out there, but it's hard. You got to grind. You got to learn how to market. You got to build teams. You got to do all kinds of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of folks don't have time for that. Folks are working 50, 60 hours a week plus, and they're not being provided with the true training. They get caught on hype. There's too many people hyping up things out there. And when they jump on board, they realize there's something missing, and they're just losing. They're paying more money out every month, and they're not seeing that return. Do you know how discouraging that is? So when we were first introduced to dApps, and this is why I give a shout out to our brother and sister dApps that are out there. The brother and sister dApps, I'm not going to name any names, and I apologize. I got other devices that are going off. I'm in the process of just putting them on mute. This is just a raw video. I'm not going to edit anything, guys. So, shout out to the brothers, sister dApps that are out there. I appreciate the knowledge, the exposure, the helping to understand that there was other things out there. I'm going to be real with you. As I turn these devices off, I'm going to be real with you. I really didn't know anything other than putting Bitcoin into a website to an unknown person, to a stranger. And Bitcoin is peer-to-peer, and that's going to be another video. We're going to talk about the difference between peer-to-peer and decentralized applications through a smart contract. We're going to have that conversation, but just understand that that's, a lot of people, that's all they know. And they understand that Bitcoin is powerful. They understand that it's not like, you put $1 in the bank and then, the dollar's depreciating. It's hard to be able to multiply $1 when it's just sitting there. But you can actually have Bitcoin. It can leverage, it can grow. You can take something small and grow something big. But here's the problem. What's discouraging is that these things go away. I've not yet seen anything last more. I think the longest I've ever seen a platform was maybe 6 months, maybe, and that's discouraging, guys. It's like, for all the guys out there, it's like getting kicked in the nuts twice. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing fun about seeing your hard-earned crypto go away and people just stealing it. And people don't realize, when you're stealing folks' crypto like that, I'm not saying you in particular, but I'm saying when folks do that, they don't realize the lives that they are destroying, the lives that are being destroyed. These developers that come in and create this stuff and play with people's emotion, that's what we don't like. People need to be able to have something where they can wake up in the morning, they can get their coffee, turn on the football, and they can look at their accounts and see growth. That's what people need to be able to see. We need to bring back the times where people can actually trust in things again. Crypto was designed to help people, not hurt people. And I think what's happened is that folks who are strong in their development, strong in coding, and they understand the technical side, and they're using it for personal gain, and they're not allowing the global helping arena to arise. This is one of the only platforms that we do not depend on a government or any other governing body. We're supporting each other. And when I saw how decentralized applications worked, I jumped on it. When these developers were sharing this concept, they said, guys, we already know this is, this code and everything. This is nothing new. No one has ever said that Diamond Dividends was a brand new or from scratch code. Guys, this is code that's been around. It's just that the strategy and the concept wasn't combined with community. You think you are with the community until crap hits the fan. And even when crap hits the fan, where's the strategy and the leadership? Where's the actual end game? If there's no end game mantra, what are you there for? No one's here to sing kumbaya and to motivate each other all day. It's about seeing actual application in use. And when these guys were saying that they're actually going out and they're wanting to bring small businesses, they want to see this resource used through organizations, through fundraising, through all different kinds of things. They're really showing people how to use this resource to be able to create liquidity. Now, there's a lot of folks out there who are contrarian in the idea, and it's fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, to their own thoughts. But for a moment, just like someone said, well, you know what, there's running a mile in a minute is not even possible. And that was broken. Guys, when anyone tells you that something can't be done, you just wait, and then it will eventually be done. And then next thing you know, the same people who are telling you that it can't be done, they'll be supporting you, trying to break those records and then break records after those records. That's how I see this project. This project truly has a focus. It has a end game. And when I say end game, meaning there's an ultimate goal, and the goal is for folks to, and they're just gonna, I'm pretty sure they're gonna, when they come up with the website, because there's just so much stuff that's going on behind the scenes. This is phenomenal. But from what I remember in the previous conversations, I know that they're saying that one of their goals is to be able to show folks how they can truly live off of digital assets. They want to recession-proof people, because there is a coming recession, guys. There's so much stuff that's happening in this world, and we can't be blinded. We can't be blind to what's going on. We have to understand that there's some massive stuff that is not negative. A lot of people are going to be hurt. A lot of people's finances and their households are going to be devastated. And we have a tool that can be able to recession-proof, that can protect people if they start preparing now. We do not need a project where you have developers who are only in for quick wins. I understand that these decentral applications, these dApps, were designed in the beginning for like the gambling mindset. This is not Vegas. I don't want to live in a Vegas mindset. This is not rape and pillage time. This is not time where I'm trying to hurry and get in early so I can pull out and leave people holding bags. I would rather put in to a contract that I know that someone around the world that I have no idea who they are is able to also get more groceries or pay their bills without them knowing me, knowing my name. I don't have to trust them. I don't have to personally like them. But I know that every time I hit this button right here, which I'm getting ready to do, every time I hit this reinvest button, whenever I go in and I put more ETH, then someone else is going to be blessed because I'm doing that. And when someone else does it, I'm getting blessed. It's an even process. We're going to also, I'm going to create videos to help understand this concept. A lot of people truly do not understand, because we've had this propaganda just drilled into our minds, and we've been brainwashed to think that the only way is a way of buying overpriced products and services and letting a centralized company pass out those commissions and things down the line. We've been taught that the only thing to do is build binaries where you have waste. There's literally money being wasted in these programs, and they're by design. When you sit down, if you listen to people, guys, it's mathematical processes, and it's designed for the companies to win, and the majority of people are going to lose, and only an anomaly of folks, a small amount of people, are going to win in these programs. Now, when I say those programs, like binaries and direct sales and all this other stuff, and don't get me started in the Bitcoin website apps and the hypes. Those games, you might as well just walk around and say, hey, random stranger, here's my bank account. Let you hold it, and then over the course of the next 90 to 120 days, just pay me back my money. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go to a stranger and just give them your account details and tell them to pay you back your money that you put in. You know, so I know I say some things and it may sound a little bit crazy, but when you think about it, it really is freaking crazy what we're doing. So if you're in a project, and again, why Diamond Dividends? Why an Ethereum decentralized application? Because here's the thing. I got tired of people stealing my digital assets, as many of you are. I got tired of being around projects where developers were only in for self-gain. There are developers here in this project who truly care, they answer questions, they're there, you get feedback, they're on it. You know, if things are not going to be developed like they planned, I mean, they'll let you know. You can actually reach out in the group and ask questions, and they're there. A group does not have to be on and popping, and it needs to be a fiesta all day, every day. When you're building and you're doing work, when you're grinding, you don't have time to have just random conversation. The goal is to be able to learn, execute, and see growth. When you see numbers on the board, you know things are happening. And that's what I enjoy. It's like a grown and sexy of the dapps from what I experienced. You know what I mean? And that's how you should feel. You're not going to go into these major investment firms and go into their groups and then they're just having a big random party. Guys, it's all about execution. It's all about learning and understanding and increasing your knowledge and your skill set. And yeah, there's going to be times of having fun and joking and things of that nature, but it's really all about support, community growth, education, and learning how we can become stronger, and we're sharing that knowledge and we're passing that knowledge to other people. So with that, I just want to say this, guys. This resource, you can come to here, it's Diamond Dividends. It's 20% in, 20% out. What that means is that the whole contract, when you put in Ethereum, your Ethereum converts into a token. And this token is based off the circulating supply of this contract. Here's what really got me excited about this program and why it's set apart from anything else. The program itself is designed to be able to keep the token value. What these guys have done, they basically have set accounts, and those accounts are never going to sell. So every time Ethereum moves through the contract, every single person gets a percentage of everything that moves in and out of the contract. Now, if someone said, well, that's not fair. How is that fair? Well, because everyone has an opportunity to acquire these diamond tokens. By putting Ethereum in, you're getting diamond tokens. This is going to increase depending on how much you put in. Now, as you can see, I'm sharing my screen. You can see how much I have right here, right? Now, anyone can be able to put in more and then have more. So it's not a Ponzi. It's not a scam, because at any given day, someone can have more tokens than me. Someone can have more tokens than you. There is no top. There's nobody who's going to always receive more tokens than anyone, because anyone at any given time has the opportunity to have more. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is a contract that's not manned by a human being. It's on the Ethereum network. So if I click on this thing is going to open up. It's going to go to what's called an Etherscan. And the Etherscan is basically a representation of the Ethereum network. And the Ethereum network runs off of millions of computers that's around the world. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of computers around the world running this ledger. And in order for this to be hacked or stopped, then all of those computers at that very moment has to be compromised, which at this point of our lives and our human lives is not possible. And it's not going to be possible for quite some time coming up. So it's just going to run, and it runs forever. And what the contract does, all it knows to do is it says, hey, anytime someone puts Ethereum into the contract, everyone that's in the contract is going to receive a percentage of that 20% appropriate to how much tokens they hold. Okay, so depending on how long, depending on how many tokens that person has, will determine the dividend value. So just think of it this way: if you have a lot of tokens, anytime Ethereum moves to the contract, you get a lot of dividends. If you have little tokens, you get little dividends. Now, you can be able to reinvest. So when you get dividends, you have two options. You can be able to reinvest that, or you can withdraw. This is raw Ethereum right here. Okay, even though this is Ethereum itself, but you got to understand, you don't want something that's going to you don't want something that's going to be bounced off of the Ethereum market cap. You want something that's going to go off of the circulating supply of the contract itself. So that way your value will hold. Okay. I want to put a pin on that. We're going to come back to that because that's very important. See, this is things that these other guys, they don't tell you these things. No one really describes the beauty, the value, and the benefit of these essential applications, but you're going to get that here. You're going to get it with Diamond Dividends. So check this out. You get these dividends because people are putting in and out around the world. This is a global contract. There is nothing that's stopping this regulation wise. There's no cease and desist that can happen with this. As long as you can access your MetaMask wallet, and as long as you can be able to access Ethereum, you can participate in this contract. So as long as you have tokens, you are part of the contract. The contract will pay you dividends based upon the amount of tokens that you have, and it will happen forever as long as the Ethereum network stays alive and as long as we have an internet connection. We know that for sure the internet is not going to die because they have to destroy it and never bring it back online, and they would have to destroy the Ethereum network. We know that's not going to happen. So essentially what happens is that you're now able to generate dividends, but you never have to pull from your actual seed. And I've shared this before, and I'll share it again. I love this analogy and this concept. I want you to think of this as a tree, okay? This is a tree, and these are the fruits that fall off the tree. As long as you don't cut this tree down, as long as you don't sell your tokens, you have the possibility of generating fruit. Now, the other thing that's different about this is long term. We're not here to get rich quick, meaning that I'm not trying to put in $10 and expecting, $10,000 in 30 days. Also, I'm not expecting to try to hurry up and try to make, 4 or 5 figures in a week. I'm thinking long term, like a 401k. I put in my tokens, I let it sit there, and I let it do its thing. And then throughout the day or at the end of the week, I look at my dividends and I make a decision. And I will go ahead and I reinvest because I want more tokens. Or if I need this, then I can be able to withdraw it. And guess what? I'm now blessed with a little bit extra that I can now use to pay gas, pay food, and depending on the size of your dividends, you can use it to pay a bill. So if you think of it that way, again, long term, what else is going to provide you with just recurring passive Ethereum that can be converted into fiat money through a digital asset debit card or Visa debit card? What else is going to provide you with that without you having to go and build a team, sell products or service? Think about it. You don't have to think long because there's really nothing else out there. And you don't have to worry about the website going down. You don't have to worry about your money being hacked or taken out. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. The other thing is, because this is a smart contract, let's say if you wanted to take your money out, you can click on the contract and write contract, and there's a place within the right contract where you can actually withdraw your funds if you want to. Even if the website went down, you can use the Etherscan to do that. That's the other thing. You're in full control. And you can come here and do the same thing. I don't recommend that you chop down your tree, unless you just want to starve, you don't want any more fruit, But if you decided that, you had a major emergency and you need to pull just a little bit off, take a branch, take 500 tokens. Like there, I take 500 tokens, take a couple of branches off. Don't kill your tree. Take a couple of branches off. You can sell it and then take care of your emergency, whatever it may be. And then fight like hell to be able to rebuild it. And so that way you can continue getting the dividends. So the other thing is, these guys are providing us with marketing tools. If I click on this link, it's going to open up a new tab. Okay. And these guys allowed me to help to be able to, you probably hear my voice on here, along with some other folks who are just wonderful individuals, and they're helping to create this wonderful resource. And this thing is providing us with tools and resources to help us build. So, just coming to the site here, these guys are developing the marketing site. The marketing site is designed to help you to share this resource, because a lot of people, again, there's so many people who do not even know what a DApp is, that this even exists. And there's people who are hurting and they're needing this. You can click on this that says marketing resource, and you can basically, they have The main video shows you how to use this. And what they've done, they created this thing where they say, hey, we got things in English and in Espanol. And when you put your Ethereum address that's connected to your Diamond Dividends account, it will literally go to your account. I'm not going to go through that because that's all in these videos. You can watch the 3 steps, simple steps. Not only that, they even have a URL shortener to where you can shorten the URL. You can create your account. You can look at your clicks and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm just going to pull up this thing. You know, they got this own thing. It's all branded, Diamond Dividends. It's all there designed to be able to help you to be able to share. Okay, all there to help share. All right, so I'll close it out with this. I really enjoy this program because, number one, it's a program that truly has a mission. It is actually breaking the mindset of this is just a dApp where people get in, they put in their money and try to get out faster than everyone else and then leave people holding bags. There's actually resources to maintain the value. So like say for instance, a person who drops in, you know, tons of ETH to try to wreck the program, they're not going to do anything but actually feed these pillar accounts, which will do nothing but reinvest the dividends. And if those people do try to pull those stunts to be able to try to wreck the dApp, they do not but build up the dApp, and then the value only goes up. So it's like whatever the low is, it'll always have a higher low, and the value of the token will never drop previous than whatever the lowest value was. You see, there's strategy behind this program. There's things going on behind the scenes to be able to connect high touch with high tech, meaning that bring the offline folks and connect them online, so that way there's utility going on behind the scenes from a business perspective. I'm very appreciative and I'm respectful to the developers and the administrators who are working hard to help community members truly understand the strategy behind this platform. And the fact that these guys are passionate to be able to show folks how to live off of crypto. That's the whole entire concept. They want folks living off of crypto and not dependent on suppressive fiat currencies. We need them. We understand we need to have them to do what we got to do, but it's a suppressive system. And if we can have freedom through liquidity, where we're actually supporting each other and people can get beyond that or ahead of that, then imagine how many lives can be changed and how many families can be able to live a better lifestyle because they're with an organization, a community that they don't have to like, love, or trust. We trust the contract. We trust that the contract is going to do what it's supposed to do. So it doesn't matter what race, what creed, what religion, what language you speak. If you can be able to put Ethereum in, if you understand that you never sell this token and you live off of this dividend, and then we talk about this diamond vault, which is just a miracle that's just we've been blessed with, and you understand how to combine, how to work both of these at the same time. And I guarantee you, and I know I can't say the word guarantee, but dadgum, you know what I'm trying to say. I strongly feel that this time in a year from now, it's going to be a night and day difference. And you're going to say, man, we are living a lifestyle that we had only dreamed of, and it's actually becoming a reality because we stuck to a discipline, delayed gratification. Even as I speak, this contract is growing, and that's the beauty of it. We have true passive income that's happening for us 24/7, 7 days a week, all year long, without you being dependent on you growing a personal team. There's no leakage, and everyone supports each other. When you start to realize that, you say, you know what, this is where I want to put my resources, and I can truly see myself retiring from a resource that's going to be able to pay, that's not dependent on any other organization, and it can't be shut down. Just let that marinate on your mind tonight or today, whatever time frame that you're in right now while you're watching this video. Just take a moment to really understand. And if once you have that moment, I encourage you to join one of the groups. We've got the links up here. These guys have made social media avenues for you to connect in the Discord group and the Telegram group. One of the cool things that they've done, they create this thing called a Sky Bridge. So if you're in the Telegram group, you're talking here, then the folks in Discord are seeing the messages, and the folks type in Discord, and folks in Telegram are seeing the messages. No longer are the days where folks are going to have conversations, and someone else is going to be able to create some kind of FUD storm, and then it causes all kinds of, no, they say these guys like, you know what, let's keep it transparent. Folks like both platforms, and both platforms, there are pluses and minuses in both, but they're both good. But folks can be able to benefit from being in either one or both. I encourage you to connect in one of these groups, strike up a conversation, and you feel for yourself. See for yourself. See for yourself. All right. So I'll go ahead and end this video with this. Guys, this program is amazing, but don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. It's real. It works. There's a long-term goal and strategy. This is not get rich quick, but it's working. Again, I can't say this enough. One of the biggest things is that there are accounts that are designed inside the contract itself to never sell. And that's what's going to help keep this contract standing, keep this contract moving forward, keep it valued, because you're going to see value in this token. And that's why it's good to be able to build your account as soon as possible, because as this token goes up, it's going to see new highs, and it will never drop down lower than what it was previously. So with that, guys, thank you for checking out the video. And if you're just getting on Diamond Dividends, I welcome you to the Diamond Dividend community, and learn, build, and watch your life change before your eyes. We are victorious. Till the next time. Hold up, wait a minute. Now, you know what? I said I was going to reinvest. I cut the thing off and I didn't even reinvest, guys. I'm going to reinvest this because we are going to bless each other tonight. So when you click on that reinvest button, you'll have like your MetaMask. It's going to come up. You're going to choose the options to be able to get your account going, and you're going to hit on the confirm, and you're basically going to allow your contract to go. And you just wait, and you wait for your request to be processed through the blockchain. And when that request is processed, it will feed your tree, and your tree will grow. And here's the beauty of it: because you are part of the contract, it's like you still pay yourself when you're reinvesting into yourself. So just like you're still receiving dividends off of the tokens that you're buying from yourself. So we're just going to allow this to run, and then as soon as this thing changes, then we're going to go ahead and cut off the video. But I want to make sure that I showed you guys what a reinvest looks like, so that way you see that it is happening. We are practicing what we preach, and we're excited to do so. All right, just going to let this thing run through, and as soon as it reinvests, and then I'll cut the video off. All right, there it is. You just saw that reinvested, token balance went up, and still got a little bit of dividends paid back to me. This is a beautiful thing.